I'm going to show you once again how Donald Trump is able to do what he do simply because there are people that are smarter defending him, or at least those who should be smarter than him defending him. General John Kelly, retired Marine, was Donald Trump's chief of staff, one of them. And it's been reported that Donald Trump was angry at his generals, and in his anger or frustration, he blurted out that he wished he had had Hitler's generals, or generals like the ones Hitler had. Now, General John Kelly, retired, who's the White House chief of staff at this point, had to inform the president, Donald Trump, that Hitler's generals tried to kill him. And as far as we know, Trump never said that again. And of course, you got the Trump campaign saying General John Kelly is lying. You got General John Kelly saying, hey, he said it. So you got this back and forth. Now the question is, assuming that he said it, why would he say Hitler's generals? And you got people on Fox defending that it is okay for him to want Hitler's generals.
But the bottom line is, if you read H.R. McMaster's book, who is critical of President Trump in some of it and not in others, he talks about how Mattis and Kelly didn't like the president. And they didn't think he deserved the job, or they didn't think he was worthy of the job.
Now, he's talking about three people, but Mattis and Kelly are two Marines. No disrespect to McMaster's, because I think McMaster was in the Army. But all three know I don't have to like you to get the job done, as long as the job gets done. So that right there, where he was saying, is bullcrap.
And they went out of his way to make sure a lot of the things they asked him to do that they didn't like never got done.
It's been reported 1,000 times that those men were trying to get Trump not to do anything illegal. They would go up to the line of illegality, but they would not cross it.
McMaster would be frustrated because he couldn't get their attention, and he would say, it's not your job to rein in the president. It's your job to do what the president wants.
All military people know and understand. When you are ordered to do something, you follow that order to the letter, but you do not follow illegal orders. They understood that. McMaster's understood that. He was trying to get them to skirt around it a little bit more, and those two guys was not having it. You don't blindly do what the president says. That's how you get in trouble. That's how you get impeached. That's how you go to jail. Talk to Nixon. Everybody that did what Nixon said, a lot of them went to jail, instead of going with their conscience and going with their morals and not committing crimes because the president told them to.
And then you factor in the fact that he runs his own company, coming from the business world, the first one we've ever had. It's not even a public company. And then he obviously has frustration.
He was implying, because the company is not public and that Trump's company is his own company, that those people in Trump's company did everything he told them to do without any question. That's a lie. Number two, he said Donald Trump was the only business owner or president that we've ever had. That's a lie. This is President Warren G. Harding. He had a newspaper business for 39 years. You see this picture with the cool dude with the glasses with his foot sticking out? That's President Harry Truman, who opened up a haberdashery. That was a clothing store, a clothing brand. This is President Jimmy Carter. Everybody know the man from Georgia had a peanut farm, a peanut business. George H.W. Bush was an oil man that had his own oil company. George W. Bush was also an oil man, and he was part owner of the Texas Rangers. And we had others. He's lying.
And I could absolutely see him going out, you know what? It would be great to have German generals that actually do what we asked them to do.
I wanted you to hear that part because now I want you to hear him stutter, because he know what he just said was bull.
Knowing that's a third, maybe not fully being cognizant of the third rail of German generals who were Nazis and whatever.
Did you see how his mouth started pop locking? Because he knew what he was saying didn't make no damn sense. But don't worry about it, because the token is going to come and save him.
But he was frustrated with the slowdown of
It wasn't just a slowdown. It was insubordination. And there is a culture within Washington, not just when it comes to the generals, who, by the way, should be fired after what happened in Afghanistan, of insubordination in the sense that the bureaucrats run the government. The founders did not design this country to be that way. Unelected people don't get to run the country, even if you have 4 stars behind your name. And I think they were very frustrated that you had this outside guy that says, listen, I'm in charge now.
What he basically said was the generals were the bureaucrats and Donald Trump is this lone sheriff coming to rein in the villagers. That's all BS. It was not insubordination. They were advising the president on his illegal moves, and they didn't want to assist him in making those illegal moves, which is why he said he wanted Hitler's generals, because he assumed that Hitler's generals would let him do whatever Hitler wanted to do. And they did, but some tried to kill him because they knew what they were doing was wrong. This is just another example of why people like Donald Trump should not be in power, and why certain people that are on TV should not be there, because they are so hell-bent on trying to get their revenue up and keep their viewers that they're going to sit there and spout all the BS that Donald Trump wants them to spout, because he has the followers, and if they don't follow Trump, the people are not going to follow them. And that's why Donald Trump gets to push the envelope time and time again, because he know they're going to excuse him time and time again until that day comes when he actually goes out on Fifth Avenue and shoots someone and not get arrested. What do you think?